Hello and welcome to the Cult of the Low End. On this channel we talk about the technique and the theory you need to become a better bass player, so don't forget to subscribe. Today we are talking about left hand technique, so your fretting hand technique. So the position first, right? So one of the most important things to do is to remember that the thumb should be in the kind of bottom half of the back of your neck. Shouldn't be too high, because that would actually compromise everything else. So something like this. And in terms of where it should be, you can see probably from the video that my thumb is somewhere between, kind of opposite, but somewhere between my index and middle finger. You just need to really remember that this position needs to be natural to you, so don't try to force anything specifically. In terms of how do we actually produce a sound, so the fretting hand is basically pushing with the fingertips right before a fret, right? So, and this is how you create a sound without buzzing. When I go up, so see I'm adding fingers, I'm not removing these fingers before, because actually this gives me more strength, gives me more stability. So I'm keeping the previous fingers pressed. As you can see, I'm using a one finger per fret technique. This is not the only possible technique. I'm using this technique because my hand is really quite big, and so to me, like doing anything different would feel very awkward and not natural. But for example, there are lots of people who use a 1, 2, 4 over 3 frets. So here, as you can see, it's 1, 2, and then instead of going with the ring finger, I would go directly with the fourth finger. In order to make your left hand strong and improve your dexterity, improve also your coordination with the right hand at the same time, I think one of the most useful exercises is doing combinations like this. So use for example, you can do this over 4 frets, you can also do it over 3 frets depending on what kind of technique you choose. But what I do, for example, is basically things like this. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, then I go to the A string, 1, 2, 3, 4, same, then I go down D string, and I go to the G string, and then I go one, let's say half tone up, so, and then I go back to the E string. And so this is only one possible combination. There are lots of combinations, of course, but you can do all those combinations. And probably the combinations that are the hardest are not the first ones where you do like this. This is actually pretty easy. It's, for example, when you start with the fourth finger, or even with the third finger, like, and so on. There are lots of these exercises online, and there are books, of course, with these exercises. What I recommend is doing this with a metronome. It's always really important to work with a metronome, and start with a very slow tempo, something like 60, and try to really focus on pressing with your fingertips. At the same time, you need to stay as relaxed as possible, because we don't want to get too tense, and we don't want to get any cramps, of course, and we don't want to get injured, right? So an example of this exercise is starting from the first position, really, like this. Another exercise that is really useful, and it was really useful to me when I started, is called the spider. Well, I don't know if it's called the spider, but it looks like a spider when you, which is basically something like this. And then you go out. Now this kind of end position here is particularly complicated, and so if you cannot do it over 4 strings, just do it over 2 or even 3 strings. And of course use a metronome always. So now you should have a good understanding of how to put your left hand on the bass guitar, and how to practice to get your left hand to become stronger, and also to improve coordination with your right hand. So I hope you liked it. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and see you in the next video.